It feels like I cannot lose with my team right here. I tried, trust me, I tried to lose. I forgot to put runes on my team, but I just keep on winning and winning. Of course, those are just the starting ranks and I'm supposed to win a couple more games than normal, but nevertheless this triple aqua team, a very budget team with a starter Axie as well, is proving to be quite decent, as you can see for yourself. I don't have any mystic or epic runes. I'm just running a very simple team so far with leftover potions as well. Pretty tragic runes, but what can you do? There's nothing else that I have available to me. I could craft some, but I'm not sure this is the best strategy right now, whether I should be increasing the chances or not, whether I should be trying to get that epic. Maybe we'll craft it at the start of the episode. We do get a bug charm and we do get some Axie max HP as well, so we can slap that on our front lane Axie. Maybe that will give it a little bit of a boost when it comes to the HP, and we can jump into our first game to try and keep on that win streak with Hair 3 as our starting rank. Game number 1, we run into a back lane plant mid lane bug with a pure class or pure power. Definitely a good rune to start off if you can get it for yourself. This is just a rare rune, but it does work pretty well. You can see that all of these cards will be dealing extra 15% damage. It goes for the risky fish, 106 damage, a carrot. A lot of people are running carrot right now, and a hungry bird to finish this turn off. My front lane actually down to 128 health, and I think we're just gonna go for the risky fish. We're gonna go for the puff to deal some extra damage, and then we're gonna try and heal our front lane, put a sponge on it, heal it with the leftover potion as well, all the way to 156, and 72 shield should be enough to keep it alive for one more turn, where we might be able to take that front lane aqua from our opponent. Does go for the parasite, 80 damage, not gonna do it. We'll see what else he has in the tank, but all of the high damage cards are already gone. The risky fish is gone and the parasite is gone. He does have the rune from an aqua, which does provide him with a bit of damage. Goes for the Nemo as well. Let's see whether he can finish me off right here. 70 damage, not gonna do it. Rossa again, not gonna do it, as it does put my backlane to sleep, but it's not looking too good, as I cannot do anything right here. I think I'm gonna go for the bubble maker from the telescope, and then I'm just gonna have to keep the ethereal, tiny dino, and the Nemo from all of the energy that I have, and Puff will retain on its own. I mean, that Rossa really screwed with me going for the back lane, as I draw 4 damage cards from my back lane. It looks like this game will be a loss, unfortunately. Not sure how my opponent managed to find so many high damage cards and so much energy to kill that aqua on the front lane. He does have a bleed as well, twice, which never ever helps. If initial, you deal 15 more damage. I mean, heal for 15 kind of helps, but it also kind of doesn't. I could go for Tiny Dino as well, get a heal on that, and go for the Goldfish as well. Just trying to do as much damage as I can, but unfortunately I'm doing plenty of damage to myself with those bleeds. About 40 damage, 30 damage on each Axie lost effectively, about 60 damage in total. My opponent does go for another damage card, but it does have plenty of shield cards on the back lane, so we'll see how that works out. 240 and probably a pumpkin on top of that as well. We'll see what else I can do with that, and those are pretty tragic cards. I knew that he's gonna have that. Gonna go for the Gill as the bubble. Play the Puff as well to deal a little bit of extra damage, and I don't think I'm gonna play the telescope just because I don't want to trigger another bleed. but it doesn't look good. It honestly does not look good. That rune from my opponent is pretty strong. Maybe I should be playing something a little bit more tanky on the mid lane. That would provide me with extra time for my back lane to deal some more damage with the baby. Could be a thing. Could maybe run a plant on the mid lane, or maybe a reptile. We'll see whether I need to make those changes. Currently I'm getting plenty of confused cards. I'm not sure why I keep on drawing them, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna go for the Puff, kill it, and also heal a little bit, but that heal probably not enough. And I do have Tiny Dino, Little Crab as my next two cards, but is that going to be enough? My opponent does have plenty of damage cards as well. Kills my mid lane and still has 2 energy. If he does have a carrot, even more than that. Yep, again has a carrot. And what else can he go for? Nothing else, but I keep on having that bleed. I need to get rid of it somehow. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to get rid of it, and I'm pretty much gonna kill myself in this turn. So unfortunate game, but well played to my opponent. That Rossa at the at round 2, I believe it was, absolutely screwed with me, disabling 3 of my cards where I should have had a kill, but I didn't. And let's jump into one more game. Game number 2, we're gonna go versus Enzo, and he is playing a triple aqua himself. Going for some damage round 1. I'm gonna go for baby and little crab. Again, plenty of damage right here. I'm not sure what else I should go for. Probably a risky fish. I think this is the risky fish that I want. Yep, that's exactly the risky fish that I want. I want to play the risky fish from my front lane so I can deal as much damage as I can before that Axie falls down. We see that the back lane does have a bonus 10 shield, and he does have a bubble maker and a sponge, but in a 1v1 scenario that Axie is not going to be that good. We do see a Gouda as well being put into my pile. We see a goldfish. We see a Nemo for the heal. And that is quite a good turn from my opponent. We should be okay. We go for the bubble, we go for the clamshell, and I think I'm gonna heal him up and play the sponge as well, just because I don't really want my front lane to die that quickly, and I want my opponent to expend some extra energy. And that 210 217 HP point is quite difficult to play versus, because most of his card deals 60 or 50 damage. Therefore he will struggle to break through that shield and deal enough damage. You can see it right here. Sleepless only dealing 60 damage. We see that my opponent did play a bubble maker, so 114 on here effectively. If I do have a Shoal Star, then we can kill him in one go. Hopefully we draw that. Unfortunately we do not, so I'm gonna have to go for the Tiny Dino, which deals exactly 114, and then I could go for the bubble maker, or I could just go for as much damage as I can. I think both options are fine, but just to mess with my opponent a little bit more, I'm gonna go for the Puff. I should have went for the Shelly Tackle. It does have 5 more damage, so a misplay from my part. But it looks like this game should be a win. Does go for the Oranda, which deals 110. Nowhere near enough to put me within the range of a Shoal Star. Goes for the risky fish, and again doesn't kill my front lane. So it looks like I've played my shields pretty much perfectly. Gonna go for the little crab, gonna go for the Shoal Star to finish him off. And we are 3 versus 1. So not a losable game, definitely not a losable game. We do have the Puff, which I'm gonna play in the next turn, dealing about 267 damage, which should be enough to take this guy down. I believe he played 140 shield. I think Tiny Dino deals more, so I'm not gonna play Puff right away. I'm gonna go for Tiny Dino, and then a Puff twice. 182 on my opponent. No cards that he can play that will save him from losing this game. He can obviously go for damage, but that is all he can really do. Last 2 cards. I still have the Void. Oh, I'm gonna draw the Void, which is not fun. Let's go for this. Let's go for the Jelly Tackle. Down to 14. And this should be all she wrote. Not sure why my opponent is not surrendering. Here it is. So we do lose 1, we win 1. Here 3. Name of the game. Unfortunate that we do put a loss in here, but that is it. A triple aqua team with a starter Axie. If you guys want to start using it, then you can. I'm going to try and experiment with a couple of other teams, see how that goes. Currently we are about top 5,000 in the arena, something like that, so we're going to try and put that climb up there. Top 100 is currently Bear 1, so that's the aim for this week, maybe month. We'll see how quickly we can progress. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel for daily playthrough content, and I will see you in the next one.